All right, everyone. And again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We're super excited to have our good friend Missy with us from BlueCross BlueShield of South Carolina. We know that some of you are taking a little bit of valuable time away from your over 65 sales, and we greatly appreciate that. But we want to make sure that you have ample time to prepare yourself for your under 65 clients. And we know from our vast experience and from your stories and tales of being in the field that oftentimes when you're sitting with seniors that they're often going to ask you about, do you offer and provide the services to help take care of their family, whether that be their children or immediate relatives and their grandchildren, obviously. So again, we wanted to make sure that you guys were fully prepared to handle those questions and understand some of the things that may be slightly changing this year on the under 65 market for the 2021 plan year. And with that, I'm going to turn this over here in just a second to Missy. I want to remind you guys that if you aren't currently appointed with BlueCross and BlueShield of South Carolina, that you can do so with Messer Financial Group very easily. You can do that through your Sure LC electronic contracting profile. If you don't have one of those with us already, happy to help you get that set up via the website, or you can call in and speak to one of our great people back in producer support, and that number is 866-568-9649, extension 7813, and ask to speak to one of those good folks back there, and they'll help you get a profile set up, and you can start to request those contracts as the need arises. We're super excited about the under 65 market. I know Missy's going to take us all over the state. It's gotten a little bit more competitive, which is a good thing. It keeps BlueCross on their toes, and I know Missy's smiling when I say that, but I think that helps everybody involved in the whole process to know that you guys are getting the absolute best that BlueCross has to offer for that 2021 plan year. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my good friend Missy, and we're going to take a look at her slideshow. If you guys do have questions, please enter those into the question box, and we'll save some time as we get to the end of the presentation to address those before we close out today. Again, thanks for joining us, and now I'm going to turn it over to my good friend Missy. Take it away, Missy.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I do know, because I also help with BlueCross with our Medicare Advantage and our Medicare supplement, so I know that this is a busy time of year. But I'd normally say it's hard to believe that open enrollment is back again. I mean, but I don't know about you guys. 2020 has felt like it has been 5 years long. So today we're going to have a 30 to 45-minute presentation. Some of these slides I'm going to go through because, you know, they're repetitive and a lot of you guys know them. But that should leave us some time to answer questions at the end of our presentation. So let's get started on what is up and coming with BlueCross. Okay. All right, just a brief little snippet here. ACA, as you know, has been around for a while. And in 2016, we saw our highest peak of enrollments. 2021 was a close second. We feel that 2021 may top 2020. ACA history in South Carolina, I'm just going to briefly touch on this, but one thing that we would like to do is thank you guys. We are at 55% agent-assisted enrollments in South Carolina, which is well over the national average. So we appreciate our agents and we appreciate all you do for BlueCross. I just mentioned opportunity. As you can see, in 2019, there was 560,000 potential members. We believe that that's even greater now just because of people losing jobs, companies not offering benefits, you know, because they're having financial hardships, so they had to let go of some of the expenses. So we feel now more than ever that this can be your largest growing year with Blue. This, we all know, ACA 2014 till now. One thing that is constant on this is that BlueCross is the only carrier that can say that they have been in the market the entire time. There have been years when carriers have left and they've left agents without commissions, but as you can see from this timeline, BlueCross is here to stay. In 2020, we had a competitive landscape. You know, we had carriers in almost every county. 14, it was just BlueCross. but we have those same competitors again for 2021. They have expanded their service area, but the only county they did not expand it to is Oconee. I don't know why, but they didn't expand it there. But again, BlueCross is the only carrier that offers coverage in every county. One thing to note on this, guys, though, and it's very important now more than ever, while they may offer coverage in one of those counties, it doesn't mean that they have the hospital in that county, or even they may have a handful of providers in that county. So make sure you are looking up those networks. Company comparison grid through all the guys that are out there. As you can see, that there is only one local carrier. That's Blue. We've been here since inception. And we also are the only carrier with the AM Best A+ rating, which means we're financially secure. Just out, the other companies did get rated, but they did not, I'm not sure of the specifics, but they did not receive the AM Best A+ rating. This one's just a quick, we're adding, you see 2 carriers on here. We will be introducing, and I'll go over it briefly at the end of the presentation, a paperless option, so you aren't having to track down all of those payments at the end of January like a bunch of bill collectors. So we have a new paperless option for 2021. One thing that is very important, and you all need to go and see this for yourself, BlueCross has by far the largest doctor and hospital network in South Carolina. No comparison, hands down. Whether it be a specialist such as an endocrinologist, dermatologist, cardiologist, we have you covered. So you need to pay good attention to the networks in each county. For example, in Greenville, one of our largest areas of membership, a carrier came in, offered coverage, and they do not have a hospital system in Greenville County. You are going to have to travel to another area to get care. So the devil is in the details on some of these guys. So no county is the same this year. So you're going to have to do a little bit more research on who has providers, who has the doctors. Okay, in 2021, what is that for BlueCross and ACA? For the past 2 years, we have had a rate decrease. In 2021, we are going to offer 2 new products in 4 new counties. That one always gets me. We're going to have a simplified portfolio. While it's still a large portfolio, there's going to be 8 discontinued plans. And one thing that is awesome for 2021, last year, we were not able to say that we were going to have a 0 bronze available in every county. This year, BlueCross is going to have it. A prime example of the stability of Blue, we all lived through this one last year. There were 2 counties, Marion and Florence, where people with Blue had qualified for a 0 premium bronze 4 plan. That's our most popular plan. And in 2020, because of the rating that other carriers filed, people then did not qualify for that 0 premium. So guess what? In 2021, because our rates remain constant and some other carriers had to increase their rates, people will have access to that 0 bronze again. So don't hold out on Florence and Marion. There is plenty of opportunity to grow there. Okay. OEP for 2021, cover the state Blue. And the reason, I said we can't go, per county by county, for time purposes, one, is because it's a little different in every county. As you all know, it is very important, it's important to have a second lowest cost silver plan, and BlueCross is the second lowest cost silver in 5 counties, and 4 we are the lowest. The 5 counties where we offer the second lowest cost silver, and write these down, They are largely populated. We've got Richland with the second lowest cost silver, Lexington, Oconee, Bamberg, and Hampton. But not only that, if you look, there's an additional 16 more counties, and I can get those, and your marketing reps can get those counties to you. There's 16 more counties that when compared to the competition, we are within 5% or less within their price range. So we're neck and neck in price, but we're not neck and neck in network. We hands down have the largest network compared to all of the competition. Again, I'll remind you of the Greenville example. This is a great side on covering the state blue. I mean, as we'll see later, bronze has really increased in our membership, especially that bronze 4. In 21 counties, BlueCross will be the lowest bronze. In 46 counties, there will be a 0 premium bronze. Again, we could not say that last year, but this year we offer the 0 premium bronze in every county. There's opportunity to place new members and retain our existing members with our wide portfolio. So, if you have a member who wants to be able to go and use their insurance, because that's what insurance is for, if for some reason they can't afford their silver premium anymore, we can go and offer them a bronze plan. They still have access to care with a copay. So always remember that when evaluating with your clients. I do want to point out in 21 counties, we offer the lowest gold. Not only the lowest gold, but we have some rich benefits in our gold plans compared to the competitors. So from these 2 slides, and we'll get into it a little later, for 2021, focus on that bronze 4, 0 premium, first dollar coverage. You can get access to care, access to providers, silver 7 and silver 14, and our gold 4. I mean, those are the ones you need to be focusing on for 2021. I want to touch briefly, and we'll go over some examples of plans in just a little while. I want to touch briefly on some product offerings that we are adding for 2021. They are Blue Exclusive Reedy and Blue Exclusive Cooper. They are for the Greenville area and Low Country, but I want to note that not all the plan details are included in these because I know y'all's time is of the essence. So all of these materials for all of our plans are out on storefront, or your marketing rep can get those for you. Blue Exclusive is a partnership with Prisma Health in the upstate. It offers 2 silver plans and 1 bronze. And in some of the cost sharing on the bronze plans, in this plan, the Prisma plan, you can qualify for a 0, not only a 0 premium bronze, but a 0 deductible bronze. Your marketing reps have examples of those for you, but I just wanted to mention that. But these members will go to either in the upstate, they have to live in Greenville County, they will utilize the Prisma Health Network, or in the Low Country, they will have to utilize the MUSC Charleston Network. Again, Greenville County, that's your service area, but in Greenville County with the Prisma Health system, you can access care in 3 counties. Okay, a service network for you in the Low Country is Charleston, Dorchester, and Berkeley. Just wanted to let you know you have to live in those counties to utilize those benefits, but you are utilizing the MUSC network. Again, there are 2 silver plans and 1 bronze offered in that plan offering as well. The provider directory for both the Reedy and Cooper plans are on our website. So you can go out there and look at them today. They are robust. They have several, I haven't counted how many, so I can't give you a number yet, but they have several providers specialists, hospitals, you name it, they're in the network. So go out to our webpage and review those. The main difference from them and our Blue Essential plans, other than network, is they have their own telehealth platform. And again, that is available in all of the literature that you can find on storefront with all the specific details. But we wanted to just point that out because telehealth with COVID has just become such a vastly used benefit for all of our ACA plans, actually for all of our plans in general. 2021 plan updates. We've got several more things to go over, but I just wanted to say first and foremost, thank you for that first section right there, retention. Last year, BlueCross had a record retention level, and we believe that is because of our agent services, because of the customer service that you're receiving, and we appreciate all that you do, and we appreciate you keeping your members with BlueCross. As Tim mentioned in our ACA seminars of the day, and I'm just going to touch on it briefly, we're trying to help you guys renew your business and make things easier for you to do while during open enrollment and AEP. I mean, some days there's just not enough time. So we launched the Renewal Line last year, and it worked fabulous. We renewed over 3,000 members, all while the agent was kept on the policy. So they called into the line, we provided the service, we got them renewed, and the agent kept their commissions. I do want to point out that the renewal packages are going to be mailed in late October, and those will include all agent names and phone numbers, as well as the renewal line. So we are trying every effort to keep the agent on the policy because we value what you guys do. It's like I said, as crazy as life has been for me, and I know you guys these days, let's help make the renewal process easier for you, and why not use this benefit? And I'm just going to touch on this briefly because it was touched on earlier, but private marketplace is open. You have to go directly from the homepage. Make sure you put in your agent information, but you can go out now and begin enrolling and quoting your private member plans. Just mention the renewal packets that will be mailed. And then November 1st is D-Day. It is open enrollment begins, and that's a Sunday this year. Be sure, guys, that you have access to Basis, which is where you can see all of, not only your ACA members, your Medicare members now too, but it's important because it lists all of your clients in there. And around November the 1st, it will have, their new premiums in there. But at the end, there is a column that you can view to see, hey, has this person, there's a P in that column, it means no changes have been made, and that person is going to renew as is. If there is an A in that column, it means it's an active renewal. So that person has been touched and changes have been made. I would encourage you to look through this though, guys, because if someone loses subsidy, it will be notated in there. So you're going to definitely want to reach out to those Ps you see who've lost subsidy so you can go back out and help them grab that back again. The new sales payment option that we have this year, it's a complete new sales in a single transaction. You don't have to follow up on payments. You don't have to go around at the end of December when you're over the holidays or during the holidays calling and saying, will you please make your payment so your policy will effectuate. You enter that payment information at the time of the sale. So this is great news. I've remembered for years past, I've had to send out spreadsheets to my agents saying, follow up with Betty and John, they haven't paid their premiums. So hopefully this will help eliminate all of that. Blue Rewards, it's not new, but we did make an enhancement to it. We still offer $60 flu shot reward, $60 wellness exam. The difference is any visit to a telehealth provider. So if a member goes, say they're in the Reedy or the Cooper plan, and they use that telehealth provider, that will count for the $30 in the Blue rewards. So each member can get, again, up to $150 in rewards. And just like 2019, we are allowing the members from 2020 to roll over $60 of the unused money that they haven't used yet. Okay, I'm not going to go over this. Your mom's told you, get a flu shot. You can get them sometimes for free, and you can get $60 for them. Actuarial values. Every year we have to make plan changes, and I get asked all the time, why did you change the deductible just a little bit? And why did you change the copays just a little bit? It's so these plans can still fit in the gold and the silver and then the bronze ranges. If they fall outside of those ranges, then CMS won't let us offer them on the FFM. So I'm not an actuarial. It's a little confusing to some, but it's what CMS mandates, so we have to adhere to it. I'm not going to go over these in detail because you guys have seen a lot of these, but we are, as mentioned earlier, going to be eliminating some plans. Don't try to kill yourself or take pictures on this. We've got the crosswalk plan guide out on storefront, so you can see. Members will be receiving a renewal packet telling them what plan, if they make no action, they will move to, and it'll list their benefits. Here are some more crosswalk plans, as mentioned previously. This guide too is out on storefront, so I'm not going to spend too much time on these guys because I know how busy we all are this time of year. But I do, like I mentioned earlier, I do want to touch on these plans because these are some of our most popular plans. The gold 4, the silver 7, silver 14 is not listed, and the bronze 4. These guys are an option for every member we have out there with Blue. And there are some slight changes in the deductibles and the MOOPs and the copays. But again, that's due to CMS regulations. That's out of our control. So there's slight changes, but again, focus on these plans again for 2021 because they are the ones that we see the most membership, we sell the most of, and there's no way you guys can focus on 46 plans. Just wanted to touch on the cost sharing plan updates. Our membership in silver is not far behind that of the bronze block. And that is because so many people qualify for cost sharing reduction. Although the deductible may be high on the base plan, you can see that those that qualify for additional assistance in the silver market will still have those low deductibles. So I just wanted, to point that out as you see on the slide. 77% of our membership is in cost share 2 and 3. So, it's important to pay attention to those plans. All right, as you can see, 2020 bronze took over our membership, with the majority of those being in the bronze 4, a lot of those being at a 0 premium. And if you haven't viewed the bronze 4, you need to. Again, bronze is our largest in membership, and the bronze 4 offers that first dollar coverage. Doctor's visit copays, prescription drug copays, specialist close pays. A close second is those members that are in cost share 2 and 3. And we will show and compare you to some other carriers in just a minute, an example. But again, our cost sharing 2 and 3 are very important to look when evaluating your clients for 2021. And our third level of membership, as you see, is the gold, and the majority of that is in the gold 4. And the benefits on those, and I'll say this again, are extremely rich compared to others. And Tim, our director of individual products, has developed some cheat sheets for the marketing reps to use. Contact them. They can go over line by line plan designs in the gold, the silver, and the bronze realm, as well as in the new Reedy and Cooper plans. At the end of the day, again, for 2021, focus on that bronze 4 because you can get a 0 premium, you get office visit copays, you get prescription drug coverage, and you can see a provider. We have the largest network of providers and hospitals. The silver 7 and the 14 at cost year 2 and 3, based on some of the benefits you're about to see, hands down, the benefits are better and richer. So let's flip on over. Here is an example of competitor A, plan 2, CSR3. And why did I choose CSR3? Because a large bit of a vast majority of our Blue members have cost sharing plans, and the majority are in the CS3. If you look at the differences, look at that. They're in the same cost share. Look at the difference in the deductibles and the out-of-pockets. It's ridiculous. I mean, it more than doubles, okay? Out-of-pocket maximum, they're close, but look at this difference. Look, we are the only carrier that has 3-tier copay coverage in our cost share 3, we're the only carrier. So, at the end of the day, buyer beware. Where some plan may cost $1 less, if you look at the benefits like old school insurance and you see, hey, this one's $2 cheaper, but man, look at my deductible. You got to evaluate your options with your clients. The primary care copay is slightly different, but what good is having a copay if you can't see the provider? What good is insurance if you can't use it? So this is just an example of how you guys are going to have to get out there in the field, and whether it be that bronze 4 or whether it be that silver 7, 14, or the gold 4, you're going to have to hey. And in a lot of cases we're the least expensive, but if we're a few dollars off, do old school insurance. Show them the difference in the benefits. One thing that I do want to point out, we have one-stop shop for the agent hotline for you to use, and one email. We used to have multiple ones before, but now we heard the agent population, we put that one hotline out there. Please, if you pay any attention to this slide, finish that training by October the 28th, because if you don't get trained, you do not get paid. We have plenty of marketing collateral for you guys to use out on storefront. We want to help you be successful because, like I said in prior slides, this year is the year to grow and to make this state blue. We have got options from 0 bronze all over the state. That richest benefits in cost share 2 and 3 in silver. We have lowest cost silver in 5 counties. We're within 5% in 16 other counties. So advertise, guys. You can gain business in 2021. One thing about BlueCross that is unlike a lot of the other carriers, most carriers, you have field reps. We've got me, Missy, who covers Midlands, York, and surrounding counties. I do share some of the Midlands with Matt Nichols. Stacy Funderburk, who has Coastal PD, sharing Charleston with Matt. Katie Galloway covers the upstate. We have been with you guys since ACA started, every single one of us. So if you need us, all you got to do, call, email. I do want to make one note. Since COVID, BlueCross employees are still working remotely, so probably best to use those cell phones. But again, for any ACA, legacy, short-term health, MedSup, and Medicare Advantage, don't hesitate to call any one of us. And I know that that was fast, but I know that we wanted to have some time for some questions. In summary, BlueCross by far has the largest doctor and hospital network in South Carolina. Hands down, no comparison. Don't take chances when it comes to care. I mean, I wouldn't want my mom or my dad calling me saying, hey, why did you put me in this plan that doesn't have a doctor? And with Blue Cross, you don't even have to worry about that because we have product options for everybody, whether it be a bronze 4 at $0 with first dollar coverage for doctors' copays. You've got that option, and you can go see a doctor. You've got the silver 4, silver 14. The silver 14 is our lowest cost silver. Silver 7 is our second lowest cost silver. We have that available, and the cost share benefits in 2 and 3 are amazing. Gold 4, great benefits. So guys, at the end of the day, you have a blue option for everybody. I know that your marketing reps would love to sit down and have a one-on-one with any of you guys. I know I personally do virtual meetings all day, every day. So we could do side-by-side plan examples, rate examples, you name it, we are here for you. Not only do our members count on us, our agents count on us, and we are here to stay. We appreciate all you do with Blue Cross. And with that, I am going to open it up to any questions that you guys may have. I'm happy to answer.
Thanks, Missy. We appreciate the information. I've got a couple things that I'd like to open up here as we get into some of the questions. First thing, you obviously talk to agents all over the state, and so do the other broker managers. Can you share with the folks that are with us today some of the techniques that you've heard from some of the best agents in the state as far as how they market under 65, the things that they do in the community, so forth and so on, so maybe we can help educate some of these folks with us today?
Oh, that's a great question, Jeff. I have agents, like I said, all over the state, and not one way is the right way. We have some agents who go out and they put, as easy as it sounds, they put yard signs out. We have those out on storefront for you guys to have the template with our cross and shield, so you can order them, you can put those out, and people will call. That's one simple thing. I have another really successful agent who said, okay, well, I can go out and I can recruit individuals, and I can try to drum up business that way, but why not take it on a different scale? Why not go, say, into some of these hotels or some of these gas stations or some of these companies where they're struggling right now, restaurants to be included, and go in and offer, say, hey, I'm not asking for you to spend a dime, but can I have 30 minutes of your time to say what we can offer, and you can help your customers. We could offer individual coverage, and they could qualify for as little as 0 premium. You can also, get benefits for as low as $50 and have a $200 deductible. So going into places other than just trying to recruit families and individual, I think are big. I mean, you can even set those individuals, and this is for a side conversation, but there is such a thing as a list bill that is offered that you could say, hey, you don't have to pay for the coverage, but you could payroll deduct for your employees and then put it all in one bill, and you send in the premiums on behalf of all of their individual policies. I've also seen, and it's not that expensive, out on storefront, we have several ads. I mean, so many ads that I can't keep track of them all. And you just put in your information, they personalize it to you. You have the Blue Cross logo, and might I add, that is the second most recognized logo to Coca-Cola. You can personalize it, and within Facebook, you can pay to boost your page. You can pay to have it go to a certain demographic. So, call me, call your marketing reps, because we can help you with all of that stuff. And I do want to make a correction. I said that there was a 0 deductible bronze in those new Reedy plans. That is my mistake, guys. there is a $0 deductible call share plan within the Reedy plans, and those, the limited network plans. So that is my correction. It's not a 0 bronze deductible. It's in the call sharing plans, and that's it, a $0 deductible. That was hot off the press. I just learned about it 5 minutes before the call, so I apologize.
All right, thank you for that correction. Missy, how do I get to the storefront if I'm a new agent with Blue Cross? How do I navigate to where I can get a hold of some of these great sales and marketing materials?
That's a great question. You could go 2 avenues, okay? I am a person who likes the simple way. You can go out to South Carolina Blues and click a bunch of buttons and then find it. Write this address down, guys. Is www.blue.com. That takes you directly out to storefront. Not only are you available to use our advertising materials, logos and things, there's also brochures that you can order free of charge, agent reference guides out there, guys, that give you any type of information that you need to know about Blue Cross. Talks about bases, talks about contact numbers. So there is so much out on storefront for you guys to use, for you guys to grow your business with Blue, and all of that is free to the agents, to the agencies. So, and if you have difficulty with it, call their cell phone, call your marketing rep. They're happy to help.
Great. What about the LMS training? And also, this is a 2-part question. As far as my FFM certification, do you guys pull those down for me, or is that something that I've got to pull and provide to Blue Cross?
Jeff, you're full of good questions. The FFM training, great question. Again, it has to be completed by October the 28th. All training for ACA has to be completed by the 28th. We pull a file from CMS, and it notifies us and lets us know when your training is complete. So you do not need to send anything to Blue Cross. I do encourage you guys, though, if I know in the past that we have not required our agents to take LMS training, who are existing agents, not our new agents. I know in the past, but this year it's encouraged. And the only reason I say that is it gives you really big, details on those new product offerings. I mean, it's a great refresher. Again, that is not a requirement. And as far as sorry, I'm reading a text that was to get paid for clarification again, guys. All of this is fluid and new to me. If you want to get paid for your anything that you enroll 11-1, if you write a policy 11-1, you better be trained 11-1, or you will not get paid commissions for that.
Fair enough. Obviously, we want to be compliant, do things per the DOI and the rules of Blue Cross, Missy, so we appreciate that. Let's go back and talk a little bit about Blue Cross overall. You mentioned something early on about a couple of the plans and the cost share group. Most of the folks were in group 2 or 3 with the cost share, 77% of your membership. Of that 77% of your membership, what do you guys see in terms of family versus individuals? What does Blue Cross's member look like?
Our average family is slightly over 2 members. As far as could somebody, I don't know, is the organizer still on here? My boss, Tim Dassinger's on here. He could help answer some of these questions as he is a resident expert. But if you can't unmute him, that's fine. But the individual block, it's 75 single, 25% family.
I am here. Do you hear me now? Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, guys. Tim is the director of individual products and also known as my boss, and he was trying to correct a few things for me via text, and it was just easier to get him on.
Yeah, thank you. Thank y'all for doing that. Yes, Missy's done a great job. A lot of this is fluid, and we get new information or putting things together constantly. So, yeah, Jeff, to answer your question, I think I heard it correctly. About 73 to 75% of all enrollments are individual enrollments, and then the other 27 to 25% are usually family plans. And within the family plan, our average size family is 2.2 members. So I think that answers what you were looking for. There are agents across the state that have a different size block. I had a meeting yesterday with one, and there was about 60-40 individual versus family. But overall, our block is about 75-25.
Awesome. Tim, appreciate you joining us where we can interact with you as well instead of just have you on listen only. Tell the customers a little bit about what the bronze member or the bronze customer typically looks like for Blue Cross. What's their age? What's their financial demographic? Who should I be looking for as a good candidate for the bronze plan, maybe versus what a silver candidate would look like, either individual or family?
Like Missy said, full of good questions, Jeff. So the bronze plan, I mean, it fits. It's funny because it fits a variety of different. It doesn't fit necessarily one customer. What we see with bronze plans oftentimes is, and I know there's a lot of message. You got a great senior producing, great with senior products and producing there. As people actually get older, more of them qualify for zero premium bronze. So you can see in areas as higher incomes for a two-person family, maybe kids have left the house, and you got a couple that's 50, 55 years old, or trying to approach Medicare age. A lot of those with an income, I can't think of off the top of my head, but a decent income for a family of two may qualify for a low cost or a zero premium bronze. So that's one segment of the population where we've seen an increase. The other piece of it is people that are just looking to save money, and they're really, really looking for, that they don't qualify for a catastrophic plan because of their age or because they make a little bit too much money. So they fit within that bronze area, and they're not necessarily using their plan a lot in regards to going to see, they're not worried about getting a surgery or something like that. They want to have coverage that they have a very affordable copay for primary care. And if they, are going to see a specialist a couple times a year, they might choose a bronze plan for that as well, because you do have, Missy mentioned it, it's a plan that has copays on it, $1 copays, and it's a plan people can use. Very much like our Medicare Advantage plan. It's a plan, it's a low cost plan, but it's also something people can use. Usually those people are not afraid of having a deductible. So that's often what we see. We see, to compare it to a silver plan customer, a silver plan customer, particularly in a lower income that is utilizing services, may look at the cost share level 2 and 3 silver plans because they want to get that lower max out of pocket or lower deductible. But overall, I mean, the bronze plan really fits a lot of the population. And aside from it being zero premium, is one reason why people have gravitated towards it and why it now is the largest percentage of our most popular product, and by a pretty good bit. I mean, percentage-wise, not much, but the bronze 4 is the one that really people look at.
And
awesome.
to add, may I add one thing to that? And I mentioned a few times, network adequacy, and people often want to go see the doctors that they have and go see the hospitals that they go to, in the event that horrible, instance occurs. So that's another reason some people, they say now COVID's here, they hadn't had coverage before, but they want to be able to have access to care. So a lot of people will gravitate towards that bronze in 2021 just so they can have access to providers, so they can have protection against all these crazy conditions that are going around in today's world.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Miss. That was going to be my next question. I know, part of the ACA was the ability to bring preventative measures and visits to our customers. Can you guys speak a little bit? I know we don't know exactly when, and hopefully it's sooner than later if we are able to get a vaccine for COVID. Tim, have you guys figured out how that's going to play into what's covered and how it's covered inside the plans as of yet?
Not necessarily. I mean, we're obviously looking at it, looking to see how this all plays out and shakes out. I can say that what things that we have done right now, for whether it was a group member, a Medicare member, whether it was our individual ACA members, we have taken a lot of action with COVID. We've paid for visits, we've paid for stays, we paid for a lot of the treatments and whatnot on it without applying those costs to the member. Making no promises, Jeff, I would assume that with the impact that COVID has had on the country and the world, that there's going to be significant action taken by, I would think, all carriers when it comes down to that. But the specifics of it yet have not been laid out. It changes. It's one of those things that's very fluid as well, because the testing has changed so much in how things were taken and how things were coded, and making sure that all those things got covered at 100% for members in our products. We took action to delay and change the delinquency process a little bit this year. So there was people that were, and especially in the group environment, but in the individual as well, people that were having problems paying premiums, we took action on that and made things a little bit easier for them and worked with them to make sure they were able to stay insured during harder times. So I would assume, again, no promises because we don't have the details yet, but I would assume that BlueCross, BlueShield, as well as many other carriers, I'm going to talk about BlueCross, BlueShield, obviously that's where we are, and the cross and the shield means a lot to people. But I would assume that all carriers are going to take some significant action, and who knows that the government's going to what role they're going to play in that as well. So we'll just have to wait and see on it.
Awesome. Appreciate the insight there, and appreciate both you and Missy taking some time to join us today. We've pretty much reached our hour, and I think we've exhausted our questions. Just want to remind everybody that if you don't have a contract with BlueCross BlueShield, again, you can do that with Messer very easily and take advantage of gaining access to MyMFG, which operates as an enrollment platform for both the over and under 65 enrollments that you'd like to do electronically. And you can also use that as a CRM to help manage your client book of business. Guys, anything else you want to add before we close it out here today?
I just want to thank everybody for all that they do. If you have any questions that you want offline, give your marketing rep a call. We are here to help. We couldn't be BlueCross without our agents, so thank you.
Tim, anything on your side?
Echo that. As Missy said, the national, we at BlueCross South Carolina, whether it be for our individual ACA, where we have outpaced the country in regards to agent-assisted enrollments. I mean, I know Messer Financial, you've got people all over the country. I would think that you've seen the same thing. But South Carolina, we rely a lot on our agents, more so than many other areas of the country do. So we thank you for it. We thank you for placing and trusting your business with us, whether that be individual ACA, Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, small group, whatever it may be. We really, appreciate the help from our agents. We couldn't do what we do. We couldn't be successful without you. And we hope you have a great open enrollment season. And do not hesitate to let any of us know how we can help you in any way, shape, or form. We'd love to have our marketing reps talk to you about, side-by-side comparisons, how each county stacks up. So make sure to take advantage of that help that you have. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome, guys, and I'll just echo that as well. Make sure that you reach out to your local broker manager and include Messer Financial in those requests for some assistance if we can't get the answer for you. I'm sure Missy and Tim and the other folks there at BlueCross will be sure to step up and do a great job for us. As a reminder, BlueCross also has some very competitive products on the Medicare supplement side and on the Medicare Advantage side. So this really is a holistic approach to taking care of your clients inside the state of South Carolina. And BlueCross has done a tremendous job in taking care of the brokers throughout these times with the ACA as we work through the transition of underwritten health insurance to where we are now with subsidies and so forth. So keep that in mind. As we close out today, happy to help you guys in any way we can. One last question, Missy. The slides that we presented today, can you go back over when and where those would be available, especially the contact information for you and the other broker managers in the state?
There is the contact information. I will have to get with Tim to see when we can make the slides available. But I'm sure it won't be long because several of these were parts of what was used in our ACA rollouts last week. I will say, guys, as I mentioned before, out on Storefront, there is an agent reference guide for both ACA and Medicare. All of the contact information is in there.
Hey Jeff, I just emailed you that exact map that Missy is showing right now. So you have it now, Master Financial. If you need to pass it on to agents, that they can go out there and you've got that exact map. I just emailed it to you. And as Missy said, the storefront site sellbluesc.com. That's SELLBLUSC as in South Carolina.com. Not only has the ACA stuff and all of that and advertisement, but as you mentioned a moment ago, it's got all of your Medicare supplement, Medicare Advantage, all that stuff is out there available for use as well.
Awesome. So with that, guys, I'm going to close it out. I want to thank our good friends from BlueCross for joining us today to talk about the under 65 market. We've had our good friends on the over 65 with us and we wish everybody a very successful and safe AEP and OEP as soon as possible. I'm sure Missy and I will get together and see you folks in person along with some of the other reps, as we would normally like to be doing this in person in some of our road shows that we've done in the past, and really enjoy getting together. And when that time is permitted, I can assure you that it'll be a joyous occasion to get back out and see everyone in person. So again, be safe, be well, be kind to each other, and we look forward to hearing from you very soon with some great success stories about how you've done with your BlueCross products this year. Have a great afternoon, and thanks for joining us. And we'll be back with you in the next few days with another great webinar series here at Messer Financial Group. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.